flag, 1 lap to go. Side by side, Hunter Blade on the bottom, Jonathan Martin wins Daytona. Hunter Blade on a late charge is going to win at California Speedway. It's going to be Christian Holder winning his first race. Aric Jacks is going to win in Phoenix. Noah Clifton win number 1 in the MacTools Cup Series. And he takes over the points lead from Hunter Blade and ahead of Jonathan Martin. What a season it's been so far, but we're ready to keep it going here in Richmond, Virginia for race 6 of the 2020 MacTools Cup Series season. Dakota Prior and Jacob Brits on the front row. Newcomer made his debut last week at Atlanta. Benny Watson there in the 21, qualifying third. A great effort for him. Trip McGinnis alongside him in the 4th position. Everybody else from 5th to 35th waiting for that green flag to drop to go racing around this 0.75 mile short track. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at your starting lineup tonight. Row number 1, Dakota Prior, Jacob Brits. Well, back in row 2, of course, we find Benny Watson and Trip McGinnis. Row 3, Ethan Hoffman and Hunter Blade. And in row 4, we find Mike Cook and Zack Winkle. In row 5, we find Jarrett Tallmadge and Camden Jazorski. In row 6, we find points leader Noah Clifton and Ben Jung. In row 7, Jeremiah Dwayne and Alejandro Rodriguez. In row 8, Gatlin Downey and Drwish Junior. In row 9, Sebastian Cucalon and Caleb Colburn. And in row 10, we find Bradley Reim and Samet Ozkan. In row 11, Aric Jacks, the Phoenix winner, and Mark Sylas. In row 12, we find Ryan Benjamin and Trey Wright. Row 13, Robert Crouch and Daytona winner Jonathan Martin. In 14th row, we find Jason Dady and Zachary Fitzwater. In row 15, we find Damian Blue and Cody Rhodes. And in row 16, Ace Garcia and Ryan Minneker. In row 17, the Vegas winner Christian Holder and Alexander Jones. And in row 18 and last, we find Casey Nanako. And now here's your track facts for tonight's race at Richmond. 35 cars for 60 laps. Track length is about 0.75 miles. Multiple groups of racing, and always expect the unexpected. This track is so unpredictable and has shown that over the years of racing here. So look for a chaotic race tonight. And the field finishing their pace laps, going through turn 3, waiting for the pace car to dive onto pit road. There it goes. And Dakota Prior on the inside, Jacob Brits on the outside. We are green flag racing in Richmond. Off into turn 1, Prior has the advantage on the low side. Here comes Benny Watson. Watson goes to the lead down the back straightaway. Hoffman going to the back bumper, trying to find a way around. No time! Benny Watson leads his first lap in the MacTools Cup Series and the first lap tonight at Richmond, but won't be able to hold him off this time. There goes Hoffman on the inside. Mike Cook trying to work into the lead in that 29 car. Working through turns 3 and 4 onto the front stretch again. Now on to lap 3. Ethan Hoffman still holding on to the lead, but here comes Cook on the inside. Working that lower line and into the wall behind. Ace Garcia, Fitzwater, Minneker, Cucalon, Rhodes, Jones, and others. 3 wide to the line. Ethan Hoffman leads. Mike Cook second. Benny Watson in for third. Fourth on back. Looks like Dakota Prior gets fourth. Jarrett Tallmadge gets fifth. As the field begins to fall into line behind the pace car, let's take a look at what happened here overhead. This is coming out of turn 4. The field stacks up. It's Cucalon all the way down to the grass. They're 4 wide right there. And Jonathan Martin there in the middle, still 4 wide. Ace Garcia up into Martin. turns up into Zachary Fitzwater, Casey Nanako in it. You see Sebastian Cucalon sliding in. And up ahead, there was a second wreck. Looks like Trey Wright was also in it. Cody Rhodes, Alexander Jones, Ryan Minneker was broadside in the middle of the track. Let's take a look from another angle here. Damian Blue went up and hit Fitzwater. Didn't break out sideways like Garcia did. There's Cucalon sliding up into Fitzwater. And you see Minneker there sliding, getting his car righted. Alexander Jones. Let's take a look watching from the Tri-Oval Grandstand. Centered on Alexander Jones. As Cucalon regathers it, they will all stack together just ahead. As Trey Wright breaks out sideways, Minneker broke out sideways underneath Cody Rhodes. And actually, I don't think Jones got any piece at all. Looks like he's just going to slip through. Very, very lucky. View from overhead. Hard hit behind Fitzwater with Garcia. He does scrape the wall a little bit. Alexander Jones does, but does not look like anything too severe. He should be able to go on. So an early caution here at Richmond, but the pace car already has the field lined up. You see on the inside, lap cars, Ryan Minneker, Trey Wright, Zachary Fitzwater. But on the outside, Ethan Hoffman leading them back to the stripe. We are racing again. Mike Cook gets an even jump with Ethan Hoffman going into turn 1. Benny Watson falling back on the outside line. Meantime, behind and up for the lead, Mike Cook going for the race lead through turn 3 and 4. He clears Hoffman. And the caution comes out in a big pileup in turn 3 and 4. A huge accident. Jonathan Martin and a bunch of others going around. Caution is out as they will come back to the line. Mike Cook leads. Look out, slow car. Alexander Jones sitting in the middle of the track. Casey and Nanako look to also be involved. Let's take a look here at the replay. That's Aric Jacks in the 19. Oh, Dady slides right into Mark Sylas and goes up and turns. All the momentum turns Jacks around, but everyone's really sliding in front of all this. Dady forces Sylas up into Jacks, who got turned by just the force of that. Ace Garcia in it again. Christian Holder sliding sideways. A bunch of points contenders there. That's 2. At least. Jonathan Martin and Christian Holder right there. Top 5 in points. That is not good for those guys. Aric Jacks, 9th in points coming into this race. Casey Nanako, of course, sliding in behind in that one car, 20th in the points. He wanted to get back into the championship hunt. This is not a way to do it. This Dady, don't know what he was doing there, but just slid up into Sylas and field checking up there, just reacting to it. Collects about 4 more cars in this mess. Anyways, lights off the top of the pace car, fields lined up. Trey Wright leading the lap down lane. Mike Cook up top leading the lead lap cars to the green flag. Lap 16 of 60 is underway. Hoffman did not get a good restart that time, but he is still right there. Dakota Prior, the pole sitter, trying to make a move on the inside. Looks like a couple of cars got together behind and up into the wall hard. Trey Wright in the 38 and a huge pileup out of turn 4. A lot of cars involved in that one. Oh my goodness, the caution is out again, and to the inside, Dakota Prior taking the lead back in that 31 car, has to stack up slow cars in the middle of the track. Jason Dady stopped. Cody Rhodes was also among the cars that were slow. Damian Blue in the 16 as well. A ton of cars piling up in turn 3 and 4. Calamity corner early on here at Richmond. These cars 3 wide. Casey Nanako was making a move in Fitzwater there. And he looks like he broke sideways. Wow. Maybe had something to do with Jacob Brits. Looks like he may have blown an engine. Stacked up the field potentially. Look at Rodriguez's hood. He is junked. Now watch up ahead here for smoke from the 2. Oh, Trip McGinnis ran right into his side. And something broke on Brits' car, and he just started smoking. But I don't think that had anything to do with the pileup. Take a look from another angle here. Watch the inside. Hunter Blade on the yellow line. As he breaks sideways underneath Caleb Colburn. Alejandro Rodriguez in front of Reim. There's Dady slamming into the outside wall hard behind the spinning Zack Winkle. Drwish Junior's in it. Samet Ozkan. There's Ryan Benjamin sneaking by on the bottom. Aric Jacks slowing up. Robert Crouch looks like he's going to get through it clean. Mark Sylas as well. Goodness. We're not even through halfway. We've had 3 cautions here at Richmond. Told you it was going to be a crazy one. Dakota Prior leading the outside and leading the race back to the green flag. We're racing again. Lap down cars did not get going, and that could be trouble. Down the back straightaway they go, and turned again. Camden Jezyorski into the back bumper of Trip McGinnis, and they're piling up on the back straightaway. Another car spinning in the corner. It is Benny Watson. Oh no. What a heartbreaker for the new guy. And he gets slammed on the nose by another car. Oh my goodness. Another pile up here at Richmond. Let's take a look at what happened here. Jezyorski up into the back bumper of Trip McGinnis. They all break sideways. Ryan Minneker again. Casey Nanako barely gets through. Jonathan Martin hits the 48. Christian Holder involved. No. Guy top 5 in the points as well as Jonathan Martin. Huge points implications. You see Martin sitting in the track there. But as they pile up behind, watch Benny Watson here sitting in the 3rd position, just goes and breaks sideways and slams the outside wall. And who hits him? It is Sebastian Cucalon in the 99. Look at all the damage to the 21. Tough break for Benny Watson. Had such a good run going. As did Sebastian Cucalon, who slides up and comes to a stop. Cody Rhodes going underneath. You see Christian Holder slow on the bottom. Mark Sylas barely missed the end of the pit wall there. Zack Winkle even broke sideways and slid into Sebastian Cucalon. Hunter Blade, another top 5 points guy, in it there in the 12. Bradley Reim, Gatlin Downey sneaking through on the outside. Looks like he got through clean. Mark Sylas dodged that. And on the inside, 22 just misses that pit wall. Winkle breaks sideways up into Cucalon. My goodness. We're just now hitting halfway, and we've had 4 cautions already in this race. See another angle of the Watson spin. Car went up in the air partially after that hit. That was huge. And then he gets hit by Cucalon, spins up out of harm's way. It's the field going through on the inside back to the caution flag. We are not even to halfway yet. Can we get a green flag run in? We're getting ready to see. What a chaotic race it's been, but we're back green flag racing again. A great start for Dakota Prior. Not a good one for Mike Cook in the 29. He's falling back a bit, but staying with him now. Alejandro Rodriguez there in the 83. Got his hood fixed. He's back and running in that Aaron's Dream Machine. And piling up behind, it's Ace Garcia again. And Hunter Blade also involved. The 12 car. Caution is out. The pace car will pick up Dakota Prior as the leader. And we'll see what happened here. Fitzwater and Rhodes racing, touching, sliding up into the bumper of Ace Garcia, who's just an innocent bystander. Slides up and hits the wall pretty solidly. Hunter Blade broke sideways there in the 12. Did he hit the wall? He did a little bit. Just a little bit, not much. He will have some extra damage to the back bumper of that 12 though, as will Ace Garcia, and to the right front as well of that 15. Another view, just watch Hunter Blade just break sideways with the field all stacked on top of each other, dodging the wreck out of turn 4. He was trying to not hit Ben Jung and he broke sideways. They're the inside lanes, the lap down lane. Minneker, Nanako, Fitzwater, Jonathan Martin, and looked like Alexander Jones in the 14 as well in the line. Meanwhile, on the outside, Dakota Prior still leading. Mike Cook right behind him. Alejandro Rodriguez in third as we go back green flag racing. 26 laps to go. Cook on the inside going for the lead in that 29. Down the back straightaway going into 3. Cook is going to take the lead for the time being, and he leads that lap. 25 laps to go. Into turn 1 and 2, still working that inside. He's going to clear Dakota Prior going down the back straightaway. Off into 3, he's pulling away. Prior now has to worry about Rodriguez in the 83. They are going to go side by side for the second position. Rodriguez looks like he's going to get the spot. Sliding sideways through the corner. And up in the wall behind, we were doing so well. Cody Rhodes and Aric Jacks into the turn 2 barrier. Caution is out. Mike Cook still leading as the pace car pulls out. Another caution here at Richmond. And just before the 2/3 mark of this race, the 6th caution. Take a look at the replay. He just broke sideways. Cody Rhodes, and so did Aric Jacks in the 19 behind. Something about these cars just breaking sideways tonight while they're battling. That is interesting. Wonder if officials will take a look at the package that these cars are running for the next season. We will certainly hope so, if it will keep these cars from breaking sideways like this and up into the wall. Rhodes, you see, comes to a stop behind, of course, Aric Jacks. Fortunately, these guys didn't take out anybody else, but they have hit the wall again pretty solidly, the 0 and the 19 cars. Take a look at another angle of the spin from Aric Jacks. Looks like it was just him reacting to the road spin. Got out of the gas or on the brakes or something, and it just broke sideways on him one way or another. Let's watch the Rhodes car. Same thing happened to him. He just broke sideways in the middle of the corner, shot up the banking into the wall. Meantime, the field going through turn 3 and 4 in the hands of the 29 Mike Cook. Alejandro Rodriguez, Prior, Sylas, blue-green flag. Lap 43 underway. A great restart for Mike Cook. Not for everyone else, though. He is pulling away in that 29 car. Chaos ensuing behind, 3 wide throughout the field. Turn 3 and 4, Cook pulls away for the time being. Side by side, Dakota Prior and the 83 Alejandro Rodriguez. Prior gets the position, is going to try to chase down the 29 of Cook. Through turn 3 and 4, he's coming. That singular Chevrolet is closing in. 16 laps to go. Oh no, into the outside wall. He almost passed Mike Cook. He was right there. But Dakota Prior breaking sideways in turn 2 and shooting up into the outside wall hard in that 31 car. Caution is out. Sylas moves into the second position. Alejandro Rodriguez in third, behind Mike Cook in the 29. Pace car once again pulls out, the 7th caution of the night. Brake just broke sideways again. 31 shot up the outside into the wall. And oh my goodness, hard hit for Casey Nanako. And Hunter Blade runs into the 31. Blade coming in once again. 4th in points in that 12 car. And Trip McGinnis as well in the 97 shooting up into the wall. 5th place points man coming into this race. Good grief. And Gatlin Downey very fortunate to miss the one of Nanako there. As McGinnis goes into the wall, then slides down. Stays out of harm's way. Good job for keeping the car from rolling back down into the field. Take a look from full speed. Goodness, 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 boys. Can we keep it going? Can we actually have a green flag run? Officials are choosing to not do a double file restart this time in hopes of a green flag run. We will see what happens here. Mike Cook leading. Mark Sylas, Alejandro Rodriguez. Through turn 1 and 2. Sylas to the inside. He's going to take the lead. Lap car, Robert Crouch waiting there, 4th in line. But now going through turn 3 and 4. Alejandro Rodriguez moving to the inside of Sylas for the race lead. Through turn 1 and 2, sideways behind again. Caleb Colburn in the 5. Hard into the outside, and another one in turn 3 and 4. Someone got together in turn 3 and 4. We'll take a look in a second. But Alejandro Rodriguez wins the race back. Mark Sylas in for second. Mike Cook third. We'll first take a look at the replay here with Colburn. Just what we've seen the whole night. Just braking sideways there in the middle of the turn. And shooting up into the outside wall. Very hard in that 5 car. And take a look at the other end here. Looks like the 2 Dodges. Ryan Benjamin breaking out underneath Aric Jacks. And Jacks turning upside down in that 19 car. And barrel rolling in turn 4. Goodness. What a crazy, crazy night. Another angle going off into turn 3. Jack slides up, and sliding indeed, Ryan Benjamin up into his teammate. Sends him for a big roll. And comes to a rest in between the Funai sign and the Goodyear sign. One more angle from the grandstands up against the NASCAR Racing Series sign. It's getting along the concrete. And look how high the car got when it rolled over. All four tires were not touching the pavement when he rolled over. He's carrying a tremendous amount of speed even after going upside down. Well, realistically, we only have one more chance to have a run to the checkered flag. We are coming to 3 laps to go. The pace car pulls off pit road. Alejandro Rodriguez leading, Mark Sylas second, Mike Cook in third. Let's go racing. To the inside, here comes Sylas back to the lead in the 22. Through turn 3 and 4, sliding up into Rodriguez, putting pressure on the 83 to take the position away. Now Cook going into... Oh no! Cook sideways into Rodriguez, and Sylas is home free. The caution flag is out, coming to 1 to go, and that's going to be it. All he has to do now is follow the pace car for one more circuit. Just coast it home, and Mark Sylas will have win number 1 in the MacTools Cup Series. The field slowing up. Ben Jung is going to come in for the second position. Damian Blue third, Reim fourth, Downey fifth as Sylas crosses the line. It's official. Mark Sylas is an NIRA MacTools Cup Series winner tonight at the Richmond International Raceway. So, the Wreckfest has come to an end with a wreck from Alejandro Rodriguez and Mike Cook bringing the caution out, coming to get the white flag. Sylas was ahead of both and pulled away with little competition behind. As the field comes down pit road momentarily, we will get a replay and show what exactly happened. Off into turn 1, Cook on the low line, Rodriguez up high, just broke sideways again. Up into the wall, Rodriguez spins all the way around in that 83. As well as Cook, who first goes up into the wall, spins in a full circle and keeps going. Both went in with the back first. Looks like Rodriguez may have gone total back end into the wall, and yes he did. Flat back end against the wall and scraping along it. Man, Cody Rhodes barely got by Cook. Man, that was lucky. Well, here's your finishing results for tonight's race at Richmond International Raceway. Winner was indeed Mark Sylas. First win of the season, congrats to him. Second place, Ben Jung. Third place, Damian Blue. Fourth place, Bradley Reim. A great run for the guy who was in the bottom half of the standings, has been for just about the whole season. Good to see him getting some good momentum going. Gatlin Downey, fifth in the race. Good points day for him as well. Robert Crouch, Alejandro Rodriguez, Mike Cook, Ryan Minneker, and Cody Rhodes round out the top 10. Then back for 11th to 20 we have Hunter Blade, who is actually leaving Richmond here, third in points, 2 behind a tiebreaker for first. Trip McGinnis there you see in the 12th position. Zachary Fitzwater 13th, Caleb Colburn 14th, Casey Nanako 15th, Zack Winkle 16th, 17th, Ryan Benjamin 18th, Aric Jacks, who went upside down. Dakota Prior and Jonathan Martin, that's your top 20. Alexander Jones, Ace Garcia, Camden Jezorski, Christian Holder, Sebastian Cucalon, Benny Watson, Trey Wright, Noah Clifton, Jeremiah Dwayne, and Ethan Hoffman, that's 21st to 30th. And the last 5 positions, Jarrett Tallmadge, Jacob Brits, Samet Ozkan, Jason Dady, and Drwish Junior. here's your championship standings. Noah Clifton and Jonathan Martin tied at the top with 205. Hunter Blade right there with 203, 2 behind. Christian Holder, 191 points, 14 behind. And you see further back, got some gaps starting to open there. 14 back, 22 back, 23 back, 28 back. There's another big one. We're starting to see who might be the most likely to be in contention for the championship further down the season. The same people have been up in the top 5 of the championship for the last few races now. Especially up there in the top 3. It's pretty much been Jonathan Martin, Hunter Blade, and Christian Holder or Noah Clifton up there as well. So we're starting to see who might be the championship favorites right there. And we're only in the 6th race. We're only just done with the 6th race of the season. Just have to see what the next 11 races or so bring to the table here. So Bradley Reim moved way up in the standings, all the way up to 17th after that incredible run he had tonight. 4th place, Benny Watson, guy who had a good run going, but unfortunately ran out of luck in the earlier part of this race, spun out, hit the wall. He'll still be there in contention for a top 20 point spot. A 3-way tie there for 24th. Jarrett Tallmadge in 27th, still only 64 back. This is really anyone's championship, but we're starting to see who we're starting to see who the favorites are at the top of this, but really, it's still anyone's championship right now. And you see, last place there in points, Kendon Jaworski, but he's only 91 back. He could make that up, ideally. Well, as the rest of the points go off the screen here, I will want to extend my thoughts and prayers to everyone in the world dealing with the coronavirus, and y'all stay clean, stay safe, practice social distancing and all that. Keep yourself safe. Race 7 is going to be at the Kansas Speedway. Hope to see y'all then. And until then, y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good night.